I think, by this point, or mid-afternoon.
I'll go to the forum. And if there's any like breweries or specialty shops on the way, I'd like to stop in.
Define specialty shops. Can you be a bit more specific
Like,
or provide examples?
Like places that would have fine tobaccos and wines and champagnes and high class vices for high society, high taste, sophisticated taste. Oh,
Well, Imperial was some of the shops in Imperial Square would definitely have that sort of luxury. Specifically, the south corner there. When you walk into the square, you recognize. Well, you witness the preacher. If you remember the preacher from last week, there's a preacher in the square who is reciting sermons from the Book of Ilmater.
We are teaching
the preacher that Peter went to privately? I wouldn't recognize him.
No, you wouldn't recognize him. That's why I'm identifying him because he's still in there. He's in that square. He's been there all day. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, he's there. Like you witness him. He has been witnessed. Most of the shops in the northern side are not quite as interesting. Just regular people things, nothing extravagant. However, in the southern corner, that's where you have like there's a silk shop, there's a jeweler, such things like that. A little bit more fine quality.
Okay.
Say goods that are not necessary to life. They are all comforts for those who have the coin to pay for them.
I would like those. Is there like a grocer, like a fine grocer or a brewery or
no, this is more like
or however it's pronounced.
Fine clothing, spice vendors, that sort of thing. However, you can ask around if you'd like.
I don't want to waste any time. Is there a place that would have like cheeses and bread?
Not in that corner.
Okay. I'll just head directly to the forum.
Okay. So the forum itself is quite an impressive building. It has marble pillars that are holding up quite a large solid stone roof. As you ascend the stairs, you pass by the soldiers that are dressed in armor, wielding large rectangular shields and short spears with swords sheathed at their hips. They are wearing chainmail. You enter through. There are a number of people who are going about their day. Some carrying parchments, others just walking and conversing with one another. Some are dressed in thicker robes suitable for the colder climate in the Isle of Nicaea. Others are wearing more traditional, you could almost say local attire. As you enter through into the forum proper, you find yourself in a large auditorium hall. At the opposite end of the hall to you is the Magister sitting at his desk.
Would I know his name?
Roll history.
Understood. 11 plus 3. 14.
You're not familiar with the Magister of this town.
Okay. So he has no like it's just him in this room?
No, there's other people around too. He's very obvious and stuck out. He's got a nice big stone desk. He's sitting at a chair. There's a few attendants waiting around. He's signing some papers. It seems like there's a cluster of people who are waiting to see him. Like, he's very obvious to somebody of your etiquette that this is the person in power here.
Okay. I would like to speak with one of the attendants and imply that I have a meeting with him.
Okay. So the...
You want me to roll persuasion?
No, the attendant looks you up and down and asks you what time your appointment is supposed to be at.
Well, I don't know if I can do the voice today.
5 minutes from
now. Excuse me. I've come from out of town. I've been traveling for quite some time. I don't have an official appointment, but His Majesty sent word to my emissary that he would see me as soon as available once I made landfall in Confluentia, this beautiful city.
And what would be the name of your emissary?
His name is Mr. Santiago. He's tending to the affairs of my party that I'm traveling with. We are on very important business, sir.
He bids you patience for a moment and walks over to speak with the Magister in hushed tones. You can see the Magister shaking his head and then going back to his business, sort of shooing off the attendant, and the attendant returns to you and says, "I'm sorry, that name is not familiar. Neither are you."
I flash my signet ring. I'm from House Chirona. Perhaps you've heard of my family. We're here on very important business regarding some dangers surrounding the city. I've brought a team of veteran soldiers.
The fuck made my dice so small?
It took you forever to notice
that.
It
wasn't me.
I
thought you did it.
No, I did.
Oh, you bastard.
Nice dice, genius.
I did that like 30 minutes ago.
That's my fucking D20. Give it back.
So very long ago.
So the way you voiced that attendant sounded immediately of the French Guard in Holy Grail. I was expecting you to ask him what was airspeed velocity.
Oh no, we lost Zane.
Bye, Zane.
Zane, what happened?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come back to us.
Okay. The attendant does not recognize the name Chirona. He says, "I'm sorry, my lord. I can tell by your signet ring that you are noble, but that name has no weight here."
Well, it's very urgent business. I brought a team of military men to clean up some. I lower my tone. Some undead denizens that lie in wait outside your walls.
Amazing.
Do I get to fucking roll on this or what? Let me add him.
Yeah, you can roll persuasion now. You're before not so much. Now definitely.
Oh. Fuck. +3. 13.
Oh. I thought your persuasion was higher than that.
It's pretty low for a bard. Okay.
I guess
God
he doesn't have it.
Okay,
Oh wait, no, my charisma modifier is higher than my proficiency.
You add your modifier to your proficiency. You use both numbers together.
Then my other score was 17. Fuck.
Then you absolutely fuck it. Well, too late for that now. We'll just carry on like this.
All right, 3 plus 7 is, or no, it would have been 18. This is 17.
This is so your roll now is 17.
Yes, proficiency plus charisma score would be 7 plus 10.
Okay. Thank you. Please stop fucking with my dice. Thank you.
That's my
Colin.
dice. Oh.
Oh my fuck! Put it back. Fix it.
Chris,
Too busy fucking.
Chris, you forgot your bifocals.
Yeah. So much. Too small. Oh shit. Okay. Colin, fix my dice. I can't do this and DM at the same time.
Oh my fucking god.
Wait, where'd they go?
There's your fucking
The
dice,
attendant,
motherfucker.
in an equally low voice, tells you, normally this sounds like a problem for the captain of the brigade auxiliary, but something this troublesome, and especially from a being of your importance, I shall talk to the Magister right away. I'm sure he will clear his schedule for you.
I love it. Complete 180. If you need to fetch the captain of the guards or whatever, I'm fine waiting here. This is such a lovely building. Such grand architecture.
I shall confirm with the Magister and attend you promptly. Please, allow me to find you a spot of comfort. Would you like a chair to sit? Some sort of refreshment, maybe.
I'll take a glass of wine if you have it, sir.
Very well. He hurries off and waves to another attendant, giving him instructions. And the attendant buggers off while this one speaks to the Magister. After a moment's hushed conversation, the Magister shoos the other sort of gaggles of politicos and courtiers off, and he waves you forward. He motions to you with his hand and beckoning you to his desk.
Oh yeah.
Seeker's gonna get killed. Probably.
Stop taking my dice, Corwin.
I'll be right back real quick.
Yes, I saw the fucking minifigs. Thank you.
I'm about to say, it looks like Corwin's ping is fucked. But, alright, we're back.
Corwin's got 999 ping. Amazing. So you've been beckoned over.
Horrible help.
It's fine. Just continue.
I'm continuing. I'm waiting on you.
What are you waiting on me for?
You've been called forward. You must address the Magister.
I go into the. Is it like a private quarters? Why is he bringing me into private quarters?
No. It's a fucking desk. You've been summoned.
It's like a public room.
As per court etiquette. It's a fucking public room. This is the forum.
I approach the desk and wait. I stand at the desk.
He sits and looks at you. You must address him.
Good afternoon, Magister. May I have this seat?
There's no seat.
Oh.
You stand. He sits at his seat.
Okay. I don't say that. I'd say, good evening. I come from Confluentia. I've been ordered to assist, or not Contium? Is the Contium the first one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Contium's the first one.
I come from Contium. I've gathered a group of private military men to deal with this undead problem that's been developing outside your walls, sir.
Oh, good gods! Finally, you've arrived. Are you from that fellow from the Sanctuary of Souls?
What's that?
Sir Artemis, I believe he is?
Yes, by order of Artemis Fevriel in Contium.
Ah, yes, good chap. Yes, smashing.
And directed by the Magister Venus as well.
Ah, I'm afraid I don't know who he is, but I'm sure he's a good chap.
He wouldn't know the leader of Contium?
No.
What?
No. Politics is fucking weird. I will explain it later.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
explain it in a moment.
Okay.
What's going on?
I'm not kidding. I have no idea what's going on.
My name is.
I've only heard four.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Magister Titus Viridius Leica. I am the governor here. I've been waiting on somebody a little bit less feckless than my brigade auxiliary to finally take care of this problem. Vampires, you see, they've been disappearing people in the night. And my feckless guard, they cannot do anything. I swear. If you are here, I will give you full cooperation with the city of Confluentia and all resources you need to get the job finished. Please, sir, I've been waiting eagerly.
Terrific to hear such glowing cooperation, sir. We've just arrived in town. We intend to rest our heads briefly and move on to the vampire den. Do you know where the source of these creatures are coming from?
I do believe my spies, my investigators have pinpointed an area. I pointed you out in the morning, if you could. It's towards the end of the day, you see, and I believe these kinds of information should be shared with a fresh mind. Well rested, good day's work ahead, all that. I can provide for you some form of an establishment if you need to work out of a rest in. It's in West Town. Very lovely. Tell me, how many soldiers did you bring with you?
Are you guys still in the game?
Yeah.
I just got.
Find out.
I disconnected. I'll rehost.
Fuck.
Fuck, dude.
How many soldiers did you bring with you?
Soldiers is a strong word.
3.
Enough.
Well, if he's got
Like at least 2 or 3 of you are veterans.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay. What?
I would probably just count your entire party to make it sound more impactful. So I'd probably say yourself plus 6 people.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
it's
but
not you talking, bitch.
Okay.
but if I need to, whatever.
I got approximately 3 soldiers.
Okay, the game is hosted. The game is hosted.
3 battered vets and a couple of retards. Does that count as
Wow.
men? I don't know.
Feathery Dragonborn.
A feathery dragonborn.
Who is also retarded.
But slightly less so. Hell yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Have you heard the word of the old Nator?
I don't know. You stopped me from doing my artistic tinkering. I will never forgive you.
That's where the slightly less retarded
The reason why I said it like that is because if he's like, oh, military people, my cousin was in the brigades. If I could tell me their names, and I will only accept true military names.
Okay.
Yeah, Karnak was having flashbacks, wasn't he?
Send me their DD-214.
Oh, no.
All right, are we all here? Is everything normal?
I think so.
Oh well.
Oh,
Well,
normal is a
very
bit of a
strong.
stretch.
Oh, that's not normal.
It isn't. Let's roll this baby.
Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. You just gotta do it
Wow.
like that.
Map, it's sinking.
It's fine. There's a shelf.
I'm
Yeah,
so
it's
glad
fine.
everyone gets their own thing of dice to fuck around with and fucking.
Why people fuck with my dice?
Okay,
Oh, really
where
doesn't-
the fuck
really
were we?
You're telling him. He asked you how many soldiers you brought because you said you brought soldiers.
I have 3 official soldiers of mine that are highly decorated in their respective fields, and then a man from the clergy. How would you say that? A man of God,
Man in cloth works.
man in cloth, to help dispel these demons, and a rather talented wizard woman dragon.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking Christ!
Are you are you girl, Zane?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I got her right.
Girl.
Hey, is your plumbing indoors or outdoors?
Hell
Pretty
yeah,
sure
dude.
she's the only lady in this group.
I like the look of that dragon. She's got a lot of water in her basement. Oh,
Oh my god.
Did he say that?
Damn, her basement looks like it's flooded.
No.
Christ's sake.
Why would he say something like that? She's not here.
He's responding to the joke I made.
he's making shitty jokes. There was this guy at my work. He got fired a long time ago. His name was Pervy Steve, and he would say shit like that about little 12-year-old girls. Oh, she looks like it got a lot of hot water in her basement. Oh,
My God.
he got fired pretty
Delectable.
quick.
He got
Okay.
shoved off the ice.
All right, let's. I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, let's continue.
Let's keep going. Okay, you were stumbling your way through describing your party.
I described them. Oh, and of course, Mr. Santiago, my personal emissary. He's a very trustworthy man. He's tending to our lodging and whatnot, organizing things for tomorrow morning, sir.
Oh, capital. I do love a good, well-rounded group of individuals. It's good. You sound like you're well prepared. Are you sure you don't want lodgings in West Town? I promise you they are top-notch.
Is that the poor side of town?
Oh, West Town's Richville.
Oh.
Richie Rich.
Well,
East
if
Bay
you're
says poor.
if you're offering, sir, I'll send word for my emissary. He was supposed to meet up with me here, but I'm afraid he's a bit busy today with all the things going on and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I would prefer, sir, is a bit of change from your treasury. See, it's the most horrible thing. My accomplices, they've just recently left service, and they had to turn up their arms to the military. So while they are quite trained with their blades, they're a bit old-fashioned blades, you see.
Oh, that won't do.
We need sharp blades to deal with these demons.
Terrible. Oh, listen, I've just the thing. Listen, tomorrow morning, we'll meet with the captain. His name is Captain Lena Polio. And he's the captain of Brigade Auxilia, and I'll instruct him to give you anything you need for this task. You can take anything from their armories. They have the finest equipment. I promise you, they are very, very good.
That's terrific news, sir. And he would have a better idea of where these demons are.
Yes, he should have more information for you for sure.
Quite good, sir.
Now, if you please, I shall direct my personal attendant. His name is Scaffa Latinius. I shall send for him shortly. He shall lead you to lodgings in West Town. You may gather your soldiers, stay the night, rest. Everything is paid for. Don't worry about it. We shall meet in the morning. I shall tell you everything you need to know. And with God's grace, you shall go and vanquish these demons for us. And finally, the land shall be at peace.
That's such a wonderful idea of cooperation that we've come into, sir. I will fetch my emissary, send for the other men, and we will lodge in West Town tonight. I do not doubt the state of your accommodations, sir. You seem like a man of high taste.
Nothing but the best for the friends of the Magister here.
Hell
yeah. There we go. So the man, the fellow that he sends for, tells you that the establishment that you'll be staying at is just on the south side of West Town, towards one of the towards that gate there, just over there. It's known as the Knotted Kobold.
Not.
Our lodging is called the Knotted Kobold.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah, now that I say that, you know what? I just realized exactly how fucking bad that sounds.
That either sounds, or really gruesome.
It's the Steel Horse. It's called the Steel Horse.
Okay.
Thank you.
Freud would have had a lot
set
of
up
fun
all
with that
the
one.
names for that and realized how fucking bad that was when I realized.
Like, how did
bad
that end
that
up in
was.
West Town?
Ooh.
Oh, they got a significant.
I was about to say that was like, it almost sounds like a brothel or something. What the hell?
Okay, we're done. It's the Steel Horse.
So my internet's suffering pretty badly, so I'm gonna reset it, see if that helps. I'll be back in probably like 5 minutes.
Okay, good luck.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck,
Hey,
sir.
I'm supposed to be the one that leaves, not you.
No, it's just Steam. It keeps fucking disconnecting.
How do you spell kobold?
Fucking Steam.
K-O-B-O.
No, it's the Steel Horse.
Opal's doing research of his own.
Kardak
I
loves
know what a
this.
kobold is. I don't
And
know what
so
a
does
kobold
Knight and
is.
Zane.
I didn't have to do anything.
Kardak didn't have to do the research.
Anybody here play Neverwinter Nights?
Already
No.
an expert.
Now it's probably not.
Okay, so I go. Are we? Am I done with the guy?
Deacus, I think so.
Yeah, he's dismissed you. He's given you all of his good fortune. You've met with his attendant, Dave, whatever the fuck his name is, Scalfo
Latinius. I wrote it down.
Yes, Scalfo Latinius. Good. Good egg.
What was the name of the guard captain? Or no, the Magister himself.
The Magister, his name is Titus Viridius Leica. I'll type it in chat.
Okay.
That's his name.
I go. I bid him a good night and good health, and I go to the tavern where all my best friends are.
Do you know that's where all your best friends are?
I know that's where the largest group of them went.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I couldn't remember if that was discussed beforehand.
We did not discuss it, but Peter basically went off on his own to the church, and I went off on my own to the nobles or the Magister, and Carlos went off his own to the.
I know where they went, and I know that you know where they went. But I'm asking if Vincenzo would know that they've gone there.
We all yes. There was like a big discussion where it's like, oh, I'll go talk to the nobility.
The guy.
Okay, I just want. I think he does.
I remember specifically.
Yeah,
I know what I'll do. I'll go to the tavern. That's likely where everyone's meeting because that's where the most of them went. I say that to myself.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, thank you. Okay, so you find yourself at the Dancing Dove.
I do? Are my friends there?
Yes, that is the tavern. Unless they've decided to fuck off.
Very strong word.
They're there having your friends, your best friends, your trusted comrades. They're all there.
I burst through the doors of the tavern and say, friends, I have terrific news.
Oh dear God.
The good magister of this great little town that we found ourselves. Oh, I'm getting Steam message. Okay. I thought it was important. It's not. What was I fucking saying?
You're about
my friends. Something magister.
Friends, I spoke to the magister of this quaint little town that we found ourselves in, and he's willing to provide some weaponry for the violent types of us. And may be willing to bankroll a portion of this expedition in addition to what Mr. Fevriel has promised us. And I've also secured lodging with the from the Magister in West Town, which seems to be a very fine district. I haven't been there yet, but from what he tells me, it's the best it's the finest lodging in all the town.
Oh.
Oh well, it's good that you're. Well, it's definitely good that your excursion to the forum was successful. I only found some crazy old man that gave me some information that might not be valuable or not. I only just arrived back myself, so I haven't told them what I found out. I don't know what they found out, but hopefully with everything we've got together, we can figure out where they are and take them out.
Indeed. We have an appointment with the captain of the guard tomorrow first thing in the morning. And the Magister said that he would point us in the right direction to find these undead creatures.
Excellent, because the way the old man told me, we probably would have had to done something ridiculous, like try to capture giant bats and have them lead back to wherever they came from. So, good job, Ben.
Bats?
Oh yeah. Well, it's now that all of you are here, more or less. So, I ran into this crazy old man at Eastgate. He was the one that was complaining the loudest about disappearances, so I thought I'd talk to him. He mentioned something about giant bats carrying people away in the night. And apparently there have been groups of adventurers that came through here before. And what they did to try to figure out where they were being abducted to was to capture one of the bats, then have it lead it back where it came from. But apparently that didn't work out too well for them because they never came back.
Dreadful.
Indeed.
Dreadful. How disturbing.
And how big exactly are the bats?
He didn't specify, but he said it was big enough to carry a grown person.
So at least
My
3.
God.
Or it might have been multiple bats carrying one person, but either way, they were apparently much more substantial in size than your average bat.
Are you suggesting they carry it by the husk?
Only if you consider people to have husks.
There is magic. Actually, now I think about it.
Standing.
Did we ever specify what I was doing after meeting the elder?
No.
I believe you. No, I think you just sort of stopped talking to the preacher and went off to. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Did you go back to the tavern where your buddies are, or did you go do something else? Now is the
I don't
time.
think it was ever specified the tavern. I think they just found one and
Well,
went into it. Peter never heard it.
It was at the gate entrance. Everyone was talking about where they were going to go. And at least like 3 people said they were going to go to the tavern and look for leads there. So your character would have heard that, and logically they would, assume that they would go to the largest group of their fellows, which would be the tavern.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense for Peter Montfort?
That's what I was just thinking.
Or would Peter just like walk around town bellowing for his
Okay.
friends?
Fucking A. I will.
Would he trust in God to lead him?
I was just about to make that joke of Hail Nation, guide me!
The same
You
time
do a
next
prayer?
week.
Hell yeah.
Is there magic for that? To do a prayer to lead
There
you?
are one of 3 outcomes. Either you accidentally wander to the tavern, or
Yeah,
you
I
find
feel like this is
Vincenzo
not gonna
because the
take-
both of you are in the
this is not
same
gonna
general
take-
part of the city and just either follow or meet up with him, or you're lost.
The funny
Slash
thing is-
wandering.
Yeah. Funny thing is, Carter, there actually is a spell called Guidance where you bleed to on high.
It'd be easy to pick me out of a crowd.
It would be easy to pick
That is true.
crowd.
He is rather
Oh,
dark.
Yeah.
Oh, Peter.
Not many drows in the area.
What a queer little priest.
I'm also finely dressed. I don't know why we had to bring race into this.
Because it's easy and funny.
Hell yeah, dude.
By hanging fruit.
We only go for what's ripe.
Okay. Let's
I go on the
go.
ground.
I found grease. Ow! Pain. Talk shit, get hit.
Yeah.
So is there anything else? Do we need to get anything? Until we decide what we're
Is
going
Peter Montfort going to the tavern or fucking no?
Yeah,
There's
I was
like
fucking mid-bite.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Eat.
Oh fuck, I can't access my notes. Oh,
He's lost his notes.
yeah.
Are we sure we can even trust your friend that is giving us all this shit?
Who's that directed towards?
It was that fucking
Vincenzo.
yeah, that guy.
Vincenzo.
It's schizo.
I believe he's a respectable man. He seems to be in charge here. I met him at his public forum, and I was given a swift admittance to have a personal meeting with the man. He seems like an upstanding gentleman. He's providing us lodging. He's providing us perhaps a few better weapons than these veterans are carrying.
How do we know he's not a vampire too?
I was just gonna say, like, knowing the history and how prevalent they've been in this area, it's not totally unheard of that they might have their hands in the higher powers of the city.
Well, Miss Cthulhu, was it? if we can't trust the nobility, then who can we trust?
Kilmater, that's who. I've returned. I'll be honest.
Our man of God.
Taverns here.
I don't think you want me to answer that
That was
question.
actually a really good fucking segue entrance right there. Holy shit! Well
that was
timed.
amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. There was a number of taverns that got a little lost. Anyway, found you. So, good news. Mixed news, actually, now that I think about it. So, I did find somebody who is a little aware of the ongoing situation. He wasn't able to provide anything concrete, and apologies for interrupting, but he did raise a good possibility that it may not just be vampires that we may have to contend with. There may be others who are using the fear of the vampire menace to further their own gains, be it monetary or influential. So we should probably be slightly aware.
All the more reason not to trust nobility.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's not only nobility, but it's also the captain of the guard. Are you saying he's a vampire too? I think we should have brought more men if the whole town is vampires, gentlemen.
If the whole town is vampires, I think we bit off more than we could chew.
Yes.
He also pointed out that a lot of the disappearances are happening in the poor quarter. I believe this is simply due to the fact that the nobility, well, if they went missing, they're higher profile, and there would have been vacuums of power with their disappearance, which, well, as anybody who's ever had to deal with power structures but understand, those things don't last long.
It's also easy to sell off poor people who won't be missed.
Yes, that is a very unfortunate circumstance that since they don't have as much influence or power, their disappearance will be
I agree completely.
Well, how the hell are we supposed to tell who is and isn't a vampire?
Anton chimes in. Well, I mean, there might be a way, maybe. Carlos.
Would it be a nature or a history check for vampire knowledge?
I'm asking this to the characters as Nephis.
Mm-hmm. Well,
depending on what you're looking for information, it cannot be either nature or history. It's biological versus like contextual, essentially. Like, what are you trying to recall?
Like their nature versus like clan power structures and whatnot, or overall history.
Essentially, you want to know about vampires. You want to know about vampires. Like, you want to know about what they've been doing and shit like that, or do you want to know more about the actual like biology of a vampire? Like, nature is about the creature. History is about what they've done.
All right.
Would
can I do both? Can I do for roll for both of them?
You can, but let's listen to Anton because he was starting to say something first.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And Nephis.
Carlos, you had made mention of the last group that tried to deal with these vampires. The old man spoke of a trap that they had employed. Is that correct?
He didn't go into details. I didn't feel like asking him because he was, to be honest, I was doubting his word. And if I stayed much longer, I don't know how he would have behaved. He did say that he trapped the bats that came to capture, abduct one of the townspeople. I don't know how they did it. Maybe they said had one of their party members as a bait, and then maybe used nets and captured the bat. I don't imagine it to be that difficult. From there, I can only assume they must have released it, followed it, maybe tied something around it to make sure it couldn't get too far, and that's all he knows. After that, they were never seen again.
Even so, I mean, a trap is not a bad idea, especially if they're heading this direction. I mean, if we don't really know where to go outside of from what sounds like Eastgate, I mean, surely a trap might be of interest. I wish I knew more about vampires, though.
The only problem is that the old man says that it doesn't happen every night. It happens every few days or a week is that someone gets abducted. So we might be waiting here quite a while before a bat shows up.
Depending on how much vampire
sticking our nose and everything.
We may want to be careful of that. They may be watching for anybody seeking these kinds of clues.
Well, if
at
we
the
piss
risk
them
of
off
sounding,
enough, we'll find them.
yes,
Or rather, they'll find us.
I have merely been trying to make connections with the people I am to make connections with, and supply our group with the best weaponry possible. I think it would be in our best interest to honor this appointment with the captain of the guard tomorrow morning, even if we think he's a vampire. I think he's an honest man that will uphold this appointment and help us out on our endeavors, friends.
I don't believe anybody's ever said he was a vampire. It's just he could be potentially and affected by their influence. Nonetheless, nobody was ever saying we shouldn't attend to the appointment. Just we be on our guard.
If there's corruption that stems all the way to the top of the captain of the guard, I fear that we may be outmatched in this battle, friends.
Corruption tends to go from the top down.
I'll just roll my eyes at that comment.
Everything will be fine, Ven.
He is surely a highly decorated serviceman.
Remember that dismissive gesture I did the last time? I'll just repeat it again.
There's no need to act like that in public, Mr. Brandt, was it?
Oh, whatever.
Hell yeah, dude.
So, I guess the
Roll
next
out your
question.
Fucking brown ass.
I guess the next
I'm
question
not
then
brown.
is,
I believe that's a
who
gray.
knows about vampires? And I really don't know all that much.
I mean, when we first started on our first session, I rolled a nat 20 on the history of vampires in the area, and it was explained to us real quick. Oh, you weren't there. Shit. Sorry. I relay this information to Anton.
Okay.
What a wonderful way to sidestep actually explaining it.
Basically, they've been pretty prevalent in this area. I can't remember the exact wordage, but they have been around for quite a long time.
Well, that answers that question, but more I'm concerned about how exactly. I mean, I've never fought a vampire necessarily. It's good to know the history, just how exactly to go about.
I don't recall if I've ever met one.
It says in my skills, Arcana. Would that be anything useful in knowing anything about vampires?
No, that'd just be magic.
Just magic? Okay.
Yeah.
So I looked this up because I wasn't quite sure myself. I started to doubt. And as per the description of the Arcana skill, it is... Just give me a second here. Fucking Arcana is your knowledge in the realm of spells, magic items, eldritch symbols, magical traditions, the planes of existence, and the inhabitants of those planes. Whereas nature is... fucking
the material realm.
Stupid. Nature is your knowledge about terrain, plants, animals, the weather, and natural cycles. And I'm going to include vampires and non-planar creatures under the nature skill. So if you're looking for information about fae shit, that's Arcana. But vampires are not from a different plane of existence, so they're going to go under nature.
Okay.
They're from the dead.
Is there a that's a silly question.
What?
I was gonna say, is there a library, but we're sitting in a fucking tavern, so I wouldn't be able to see that anyways, so disregard.
It's also getting late.
Agreed.
Friends, I think we should go retire for the night.
So where exactly are the lodgings that your friend set up for us?
I can lead the way there. I was assured that these are the most comfortable lodgings available.
And how much did it cost you?
The golden blood that runs through my veins, sir. And I flash my signet ring.
I don't believe having golden blood is a healthy sign.
That works.
Well, lead on, Vin.
Yeah. Whatever.
If we'd like to find accommodations elsewhere, I'm open to the question, but I prefer a down mattress, you see.
And of course you do. Fucking lead the way.
As long as we're not paying for it.
I lead the way. This way, friends. I lead the way.
You lead the way.
He leads the way.
So, he leads the way.
This is the way.
What the fuck? Yes. Okay, so you make your way across town. Everywhere. Everyone's everywhere. Holy shit. Yeah, you make your way across town to the Steel Horse. Which is, as expected, a very fine quality establishment. It is in the heart of the wealthy district. It is the sort of place where visiting merchants, visiting nobles, anybody of general importance would stay at this place. It is quite luxurious. As you enter, the clientele, they can essentially be described as pretty peaceful. There's no rowdiness, there's no real anything really. There's about 20 other people in the main eating area. They speak in hushed tones. There's a performer in the corner who is playing some local music. Nothing rowdy, just nice sort of ambient mood music.
God damn it.
Most of the tables are almost hidden in shadow given the fairly low light conditions from a nice slow burning hearth in the center of the room.
What a lovely place to dine. Although the music, I must protest only slightly. It will have to do.
It will have to do. Oh, what the fuck? Where are you getting your audio? Hang on here. Oh, that's really weird. Okay, cool.
What happened?
I had to plug in my webcam for the meeting that I told you earlier, and I didn't realize that Discord was decided to channel the webcam microphone instead of my actual microphone.
Oh.
Outstanding.
A Zoom meeting, because those are all the rage now. Anyways, that was just fucking weird. I'd muted my microphone so I could eat chips, and as I was ruffling around in the bag, a fucking thing light up. I was like, hang on a second.
We thought you were just being, Karnak, what's the word?
Retarded.
A bitch.
Dear.
Yeah, no, every single time I read chips, I turned my fucking mic off, and I was like, oh, okay, it's fine. I can just be as loud as I want. Didn't realize it until just now. I'm sorry! I was trying to be polite. Anyways,
the Iron Horse.
The Steel Horse.
Steel Horse, sorry. I have it in my notes.
Lovely dining.
Alex Steed.
Is only slightly agreeable according to the party bard. You guys enter, and a man is waiting for you. A man that only Vin recognizes as Pablo, whatever the fuck his name was. That guy. attendant, Scathus. That's forgot.
I have the note. I'm trying to find it.
That guy, the attendant's there, waiting for you, and as when he sees Vin enter, he points at the entire group while looking at the tavern owner, indicating that you guys are the ones that he is waiting for. And the tavern owner comes over and he says, "Ah, yes, my friends, Magister's guests. You are expected. I have rooms for you on the upper levels, estates with balconies looking over the city. Your bills will be paid for by the Magister's staff. Compliments of the city of Confluentia. These honored guests, enjoy your evening at the Steel Horse."
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. We'll get settled right away. These are such fine accommodations. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
I bow my head and
Thank you.
I could get used to living like this.
Ludwig, I know you have hearing damage, but it's polite to say thank you.
Oh, I say to the advisor and pat Carlos on the back. I say, "This is the emissary that I was talking about. He's a rather a go-getter. He's quite the lad."
"Ah, good," he says. I shall coordinate with your emissary to make sure any fine details shall be properly coordinated between yourself and the Magister."
Yes, forward any messages from the Magister straight to him, please.
Absolutely.
I was
the attendant goes to shake your hand, Carlos, in a sort of an equal gesture of greeting. Thinks you're just as important as he is.
Carlos gives Vin a sidelong glance, implying he's not especially pleased to be being appointed as the emissary, but he shakes the assistant's hand nonetheless. Yes, it's pleasure to meet you. I guess my reputation precedes me.
Okay. Yeah. The night is yours to do with as you please. The party is expected to attend upon the Magister at Imperial Square in the morning. Until then, you are to yourselves. Tropo is going to eat dinner real quick. He's quietly in the background. I assume he's just going to follow the party.
It's like a bartender, innkeeper.
This guy is the owner of the establishment. He's not the bartender. He is the manager of the Steel Horse.
Okay, so it seems like we can like order things here.
Yeah, your bills are paid for, man. The town is taking care of your expenses at this establishment.
I clap my hands. Let's crack open a bottle of your finest vintage.
Ah, yes, getting quite expensive on the city's dime. Yeah, no problem with me. Now, are you more of a Pinot Noir or a Merlot enjoyer?
I'll take your recommendation on the nicest red you have, sir.
Ah, the nicest red. Normally charge 17 gold pieces a bottle, but for you, of course, it's on the house. And by the house, the Magister. Good business for you. Good business for me.
Of course.
It's called the Yawning Workshop. It's good Merlot. I think it's a good 10, 15 years vintage. Good stuff.
I click my signet ring on the bar subtly.
Should we stop?
No, let him keep going.
Yep.
but we're gonna all get in trouble for this.
This is expected.
What about your confidants? Your others? Shall I bring something for them too? Will they be staying elsewhere?
Indeed, sir.
Potentially?
Tend to them as you would
depending
tend to
upon your
me.
mood?
I'm pretty sure.
Very good, sir. Very good.
This is.
Will we be
explicitly
getting
not
separate
standard protect.
rooms?
Yes, well, not
Excellent.
individual rooms, but you'll be getting somewhat. You won't all be staying in one room together. You'll have a couple of rooms.
Most
You
appropriate.
have 4 rooms to divide upon. Bunk up how you wish. There's 4 of them.
There's
All
4
right.
what? Say again, sorry.
4 rooms.
4 rooms.
Oh.
I take care to watch him open the bottle of wine and make sure that I am keeping my glass to myself. I'm enjoying myself.
He opens it with well-practiced grace and expertise, and he allows the wine to breathe a moment, savoring the cork, and he brings the bottle over to your glass, and he brings you this beautiful goblet. Almost, it's crystal, but it almost looks like it's just pure diamond that has been whittled into glass form. It's just such a intricate goblet, and it's got small leaflets of silver traveling up the stem and into the actual goblet itself, almost as though it's the stem and petals of a flower.
Can I do
he splashes just a pinch of this wine into your goblet.
Can I do a perception check?
Yes.
To make sure that my wine isn't being fuddled with.
Okay.
That's in a very expensive looking glass, guys.
15 plus what? Perception, wisdom, plus 2, plus 3, 5, so 20.
He is the utmost professional. Nothing funny going on here. If there's anything, the only funny stuff is the fanciful fluid motions that he is using with each action, the grace of which is supposed to impress, those who are easily distracted by such minor acrobatics.
A fine bottle indeed. Fetch a glass for my compatriots, please. All of them.
Yeah, yes, of course, sir. Absolutely. And he lines up more crystal glasses.
All right, I'm done.
Oh my.
That looks very, very expensive.
Certainly be the finest drink I've ever had.
Don't be strangers.
But I don't drink.
Since it's free and all, Carlos takes a glass once one is ready for him and downs it in one drink.
Holy smokes.
It was only a splash, right? Didn't he just put like a little bit in there?
Oh.
No, I
Yeah.
tasted it. You had a
He was
full
doing
glass
a
of
flat
wine.
Vincenzo,
Okay,
like
disregard
a fucking wine tasting.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah, he
was
takes it
expecting
and he,
Vincenzo to taste the wine as wine tasters do, because that's what they do in high society. You guys got like half a goblet full because you're fucking
Excellent.
you're the
Yeah.
Kardak
the
has never
attendant.
gotten wine at a restaurant before.
Oh. Anyway, Carlos takes a sip.
What happens
and,
when you slowly go and taste the Chuck E. Cheese?
This is the kind of life he is dreamt.
Sorry.
Hell yeah, dude.
Katua approaches the bartender and asks if she can just take a bottle of mead and retreat to her room for her studies.
Mead. Have mead?
A bottle of mead.
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
I grimace slightly at the thought of such a poor, gross drink.
She doesn't have very good tact or like understanding of social situations.
the
quickly...
bartender's just gonna look very sideways at Vincenzo and then
well, fetch the girl what she asked for, sir.
He dramatically attempts to look for something that could potentially be seen as, need. And then finally find, like, with much effort, like, this is very overly dramatic. Like, what the fuck kind of peasant is ordering here? Holy shit! Like, brings you a very large fucking boot, not a literal boot, but one of those big fucking mugs of I think they're called schooners. Yeah, you get a schooner of ale.
Is this still the owner of the place?
Yes.
No, this is the bartender now. This is the
Okay.
fucking tavern, the helping hand man.
Careful with your gaze, lad. Just treat all these treat my compatriots as you would treat me, please.
What a queer little gaze.
She's just
Queer
kind of,
tavern keeper.
she just kind of blinks at the glass for a moment and then just nods to the bartender and takes it and retreats to her room.
Wasn't that as big as her head?
Probably.
She doesn't know how to say no.
That. How did Dragonborn process alcohol?
The B glass.
They piss it out.
They drink it.
Same way everybody else does.
I'm wondering if it's, more potent.
God.
It's potent like that rum was to my little 4'11" stature.
Where
She's not necessarily going to
Speaking
drink
of
it all.
rum, hey bartender,
okay, right?
what kind of spirits you got?
He has. God, you're making me really work tonight. He's got a house vodka that they make themselves. He has a piercing mystic vermouth, house whiskey, the spellbook vodka, which is from the south. He's got two brandies. There's the Lost Nose brandy and the Puce brandy. He also has the Surly Kraken rum and a few whiskeys.
I'll have your house vodka. You got any fresh fruit or fruit of any type?
I scoff.
Scoff.
Well,
You get a slice of fucking orange in your drink, buddy.
Stellar. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna slurp loudly and walk past Vincenzo and bump into his shoulder, going to my room.
Watch your manners, Mr. Brown.
Only the best manners in this high quality. Stop fucking opening my drawer!
Okay. I didn't do anything to it.
Corwin.
Did. I mean, you can't prove it in court of law.
Doesn't
okay, good. And Nephis is drinking happily in the corner. Okay, does anybody want to do anything in particular, or are you good to settle down for the rest of the evening and then approach the new day anew? It's okay to do things.
Is it too late to change my mind about going to my room?
I drink only one glass of wine.
Turn around if you want to.
Turn back halfway down the hallway, turn back around, like, wait. I had a question I had to ask, and then go back.
Well,
okay.
What's the question?
You can fucking interact with each other too. Like, don't feel as though you just have to solely exchange barkeep. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find somebody who looks interesting to talk to.
Do it. All right, let's fucking Give me a second.
Roll. Do I need to roll perception?
No, you don't need to roll for interesting person.
Okay.
I mean,
roll for an interesting person.
No,
maybe
please
he
pick your
wants to
guy.
find a secretly interesting person.
Yeah, I don't know. You can roll for perception, I guess, if you want, but I was gonna describe some of the points. Okay, do it. Do it. Fucking do it.
Okay. Why are you yelling at me?
X.
Because it's intense.
It's intense.
What was that?
18.
Oh wow. Christ.
18 plus 1. So it's 19.
Hell yeah, dude.
There's a fairly upset looking individual who's at a corner table that is almost completely hidden in shadow.
I'm just gonna wander over there. Just meander over there.
This individual definitely recognizes your presence, but chooses not to say anything and turns back to their. They have a drink and a half-eaten plate of fish. They're paying attention to the bard, who is now begun singing a slow, almost somber ballad about a man who lost his wife at sea.
Man, that's awfully fishy.
God damn it.
Hey, buddy, how's the fish in this joint?
You get a sort of a remorseful glare. The man says, "Do carry on, will you? I'm not in the mood for company."
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty good company.
Hell yeah, dude.
Please don't make me roll charisma.
There's a good 20 other people in this room. I'm sure they would enjoy your company better than me.
Yeah, but you look interesting.
Ah. And the prize is you, huh?
Oh yeah.
If that's what you want it to be, yeah, sure.
Very well then, what do you want?
Like I said, how's the fish?
I've had better. Not bad though. Just don't have the stomach for it, really.
Oh, why is that? Bad fish or just upset?
Bad day.
Do tell. And I'll plop down in the seat
Don't
next
think
to him.
we've gotten on quite well enough yet for me to tell you my life story, good chap. I hardly know you at all.
Well, we can start with names. I'm Ludwig. And you are?
My name is Cassius Triano.
Nice to meet you, Cassius. So, what brings you to this town?
I live here.
Oh.
I'm a wine merchant.
No, don't laugh at me. That's a fair question. Because you said that this is the place where all the sorts of fucking important people come to visit.
I'm not laughing at you. I think it's a perfectly valid question.
I'm laughing. I'm yelling at Kardak, not you.
It's just funny the way you said it.
I
He's
speak
like,
to
I live here.
Yeah.
I speak to my friends who are having drinks. I see Ludwig is getting on with the locals, as he would call it. His manners haven't. It seems his manners have already come around to bite him in the rear.
I'm being courteous and kind, a little bit persistent, but I'm not being rude.
About that.
This guy told you to leave him alone like 3 times.
Exactly, persistent.
And Anton throws in a comment with Ben there. Yeah, I've already got to witness some of his charisma. Just
I'm gonna grow
noting,
on ya like a tumor.
I chuckled
Noticing
dryly.
Like a tomer.
Like fungus on a rotting corpse.
Fuck.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oops. Okay, come on, keep going. You can't just fucking half-ass it now.
You're committed. Amp it up.
Fuck.
Chew the scene.
Well. How do you like it here? Is it a nice town? You and my friends are visiting, and I was wondering if there's anything interesting to see here.
It's a town like all the rest. Suppose. It's not very. I can't tell you about the sights or anything. It's just a town. I do business here, I do business there. It's got the same problems as the rest. If you wanted something interesting, I would say you probably should have gone north to Siboria or something.
North.
Go to town with boar in it for interesting things.
Oh, wow. Well, is there a library here?
I do believe so. I do believe it's in the forum, though. I don't have much time for books.
Oh.
Would he know
My
about
daughter
the
reads a lot.
Scholar's Temple?
She gets them from merchants. What did you say, Corwin?
Wouldn't the merchant know about the Scholars Church?
He might. He might know about the Scholars Church. He might know about. It entirely depends on the circles you run in. It entirely depends on what kind of shit you're into. Scholars Church, if you remember the type of art, literature that's there, might be different from what you find in the forum.
All right, my bad. Continue.
No, you're bad. It's a valid question.
Well, what I was thinking is just local landmark in Scholar Church, since it sits on these. What was it? South side.
It's just outside the city. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be distinctive.
There.
There. That's the library.
No, that's Scholars Church. That's something different. The forum where he's talking about is.
Something's slipping my guy. Where is it? Did you point it out, or am I retarded?
Okay, once again, Scholars Church is right here.
Yes.
Little arrow. Oh shit, that was horribly misplaced. The forum is over here.
Ah.
In Imperial Square. So the southeastern corner of Imperial Square.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know where to go. I was hoping he'd be a little bit more open.
Well, he did tell you to go away 3 times, and you persist.
He's upset. He's sitting in the dark in a corner, and he's upset. And you're bothering him by asking him if he's seen a library or lives here.
Carlos, perhaps you should go give Mr. Mr. Brandt a hand with that social interaction over there. He seems to be having quite a mess of. He seems to be making quite a mess of himself.
Indeed, I think the poor fellow just wants to be left alone at this point. But I don't know. I'm not sure if Ludwig is getting the ends he seems to lack.
I don't know if I can watch this any longer.
Well,
I'm not sure if I want to get in the middle of it.
What do you do for a living around here?
Oh my god.
My
I
God.
will point out that he has already told you he's a wine merchant. I'll give you that. I'll give you that freebie.
Because fucking I'm getting interrupted by 3 different people when you're trying to say it.
No, that's why I'm giving you the freebie.
Okay, thank you. Fuck.
Maybe you should get good. Then there won't be peanut gallery commentary.
He's doing pretty fucking good.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
the only one who
he's great.
bravely stepped out of the ordering beer and fucking making
Brooding.
meta commentary zone. So
Yeah.
I am wholeheartedly in support of this adventure.
So, any good wines come through here? I don't.
Okay, I'm trying to be supportive.
Yeah.
He
I should
said
be
he
too.
wants to be fucking. I'm trying to try to figure out what's wrong with him. Damn it! He said he didn't know me well enough, so I'm trying to have friendly small talk. Fuck.
Listen, I know you're looking to friends, but I've really had a rotten day. Please, I'm not interested in casual chit chat.
Carlos
Okay.
would Carlos would
enough.
start moving over to the table because he senses an opportunity. So he walks up and stands next to the table. Ludwig, who's your guest here? I couldn't help but overhear that seems to be a little down on his luck, and well, maybe he's not aware, but we are a group of experienced adventurers, so if he's willing to share his tale, maybe we could help, be mutually beneficial, maybe.
Well, I don't know. His name's Cassius, and he didn't seem like he really wants to talk about it. I was just getting ready to leave him alone.
Fair enough. Well, Cassius, if you truly want to be left alone, I will take my friend and we'll be away. However, if there is something that you think we can help you with, I offer you our services for, nominal fee.
And what sort of adventures may you be?
Oh, we are the kind that go on quests. We help people with their problems, and they're much happier for it.
You're not some of those state-sponsored Magister's adventures, are you?
No, perish the thought.
Those seem to come and go like bad pennies.
Well, we'll find ourselves in the area for a short amount of time. So if your problem isn't too severe, we can fit it into our schedule.
Well, if you're just passing through and not working for that pig, my daughter's gone missing, and I can't find her. We were taking a walk in the fields to the south with my dog. The dog ran off. My daughter ran to catch the dog. Unfortunately, only the dog came back. I haven't been able to find her since. I've sent out horsemen. I've sent out servants. I've petitioned the Magister himself. He seems hesitant to render any sort of aid. I just miss her.
I can understand why you'd look so miserable as you do and not want to engage in conversation. We do actually happen to have quite an experienced tracker in our party. If he's willing, maybe he could spend some time and see what he can pick up. Oh, Nephis, could you
I know there's no such thing as a free lunch. What would it cost me?
Oh, are you talking to me?
I did call you over, yes.
Apologies.
Question for Chris. What would be a reasonable fee for something like this? Like in the universe of the game, because I don't want to give something outlandish or too cheap.
It would entirely depend on your experience in the market of, that sort of thing. I mean, one character might consider a different reasonable price than another one. It entirely depends on your perspective. If you'd like to roll it's got a character sheet just sitting open and easy to read. Oh, there's one. Zane. Hero. Okay, it's a different system I was thinking of. There used to be another system I worked with had a profession, but it does not. History. Strav? I'm gonna go with that because that seems to be the.
You want me to roll for what?
General one.
History.
Could I instead roll for insight to try to figure out how much he'd be willing to pay?
You may.
Okay.
Remember, you're in a fine establishment, Carlos.
Okay, so 12 plus 4, 16.
You can tell simply by his body language that this is a man nearing the verge of despair. He's here in a tavern by himself instead of out looking for his daughter, which I mean, in and of itself explains a lot, or can tell a lot as well. He's in the dark. He's pretty grumpy. He's not almost like the fight's nearly out of him. If you play your cards right, you could probably get a pretty penny. Charging your services for a few gold pieces might not be out of the realm of possibility, but you got to be real careful because this man has not reached the point of despair. He does have some rationale left in his mind. Being a merchant as well, to keep that in consideration, he does know money. If you were to be thinking of a ballpark figure off the top of your head, maybe 10 to 15 would be your max, sort of pushing it.
Well, I was thinking there's 7 of us in our party, and finances are so much more preferable when you can easily divide things amongst ourselves. So I was thinking maybe 14 gold. That would give us 2 gold per person. And of course, payment on delivery of your daughter. So what do you say to that?
Payment on delivery. Very well. Show me your tracker. Let me get the matter of him before I agree to anything too concretely.
Nephis, come here, fellow. We have an individual that requires our aid.
I hear somebody needed aid.
Hold on, Peter.
Peter's been silently watching Ludwig the whole time, so.
Yeah.
I said my little piece to Vin, and then I'll get up and walk over to Carlos and the man. Hello, my name is Nephis. What is it, Carlos?
This poor man here. Seems that rather unfortunate series of events. His dog ran away, and his daughter chased after it, trying to recover it. The dog returned, but his daughter did not. Now she is lost. He said the south of town, right?
Yeah.
We were walking the south side of town, yeah, outside the southern wall.
They were outside the southern wall, and now she has disappeared, and can't find her. The guard cannot find her, and few others are willing to actually spend the time to try to help him.
How long ago did this happen?
It's been 2 days.
Was it during the day or at night?
It was during the day. I would never take outside the city walls at night.
Still around noon?
No, late afternoon.
Okay.
What do you think, Nephis? Would there still be hope that she is well?
It happened after the storm, so possibly, as long as there's no harsh weather changes, perhaps we can pick a trail up if we head out. But we still have our ordeal to deal with.
Indeed.
Your companion said you were just passing through. I hope you're not traveling too far to the area too quick. If you can find my daughter, I will pay 2 gold per member of your party. The 14 gold you said. Please, I just want to see my daughter back. She responds to the name Marcellus, also Marcy. She's quite short. She has long black hair, and she has a beauty mark underneath her right eye. Please, she's such a sweet girl. I perish the thought of what could be happening to her right now. I hope she's okay.
Well, I think
Can you repeat that description one more time?
Don't worry, we'll find your dog.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
Damn it, Ludwig.
That is not in
Your
character.
fucking charisma is like 0.
I've just been thinking that in the back of my brain.
You said
time I was
it.
trying to say it.
No.
No, I didn't say it. That was out of character.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
I'm retarded, and it came to my brain, so I had to say it. I'm sorry.
Find your voice so we know what character.
I'm sorry.
God fuck.
Nephis will put his hand on the man's shoulder and look him in the eyes and say, well, if we're heading that way, I'll make sure I'll give it a try. And then he'll walk back to his table and pour another goblet.
Well, there you are, sir. Nephis is the best in the business, so if he says that he can find your daughter, rest assured he will. I only pray that opportunity is kind to us. I'll leave you to the rest of your night, Ludwig. And then Carlos departs back to Vin and Nephis.
Wait, did I just get ignored?
Yes.
Fucking rough.
Yeah, you basically just got cold shouldered by the entire crew.
Yeah.
Hey, Anton was still sitting at his own table.
Well, I
Peter walks over with the best of fucking intentions, and he's just not. No one fucking.
They need it.
hey, if Peter is still over there, I'll say, well, I know when my stay is not welcome anymore. Come, Peter, let's go back with the group.
Yeah.
There. Now Peter's not being ignored. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Once Ludwig makes it back over to the group, Carlos pipes up. See, that's how it's done.
That's how it's done? Bitch, I fucking warmed him up for you.
Did you say that?
I won't say bitch, but I said, I warmed him up for you.
If that is what you need, very well.
Fucking just take a drink of my fucking vodka.
Are you sure that's a good idea to drink that?
Yes.
Remember that he was downing like rums and whiskeys earlier in the same day at the other tavern too.
Midday, mid-afternoon.
Well, now it's
yeah, he had a mid-afternoon fucking. Oh.
It's a little bit later.
This has been a good day.
Yeah.
I'm not as drunk anymore.
Just be aware
Besides,
that while
I'm
I won't
sipping.
deny healing, I will be slightly disappointed if I have to use it on you because you couldn't restrain yourself.
I said sipping. I didn't say, I'm gonna fucking pound my drink after hearing that.
Right now.
And how much of that is gone via sipping?
Via sipping, about a fifth of the glass. That's not that much.
The fuck kind of baby pussy ass sips are you? You thought you were a fucking engineer. Jesus Christ.
Chris, I'm also 4'11" and I've already fucking
The sailors can even drink better than that fucking child.
Fuck you.
So are we done for the night?
If everybody else is done for the night, I was tempted to have Anton go check on Cthulhu.
Before that happens, I
Can
put
do
my hand
that.
on Ludwig's shoulder. Don't forget, the area has a vampire problem.
Yeah.
Being inebriated while fighting vampires is probably not wise.
Everybody else is drinking.
Peer pressure is not a valid defense.
Fine. I'll shuffle to my
Good man.
room with my drink so I can sleep it off.
Good man. Don't forget water.
Then there'll be
Mater
some
be
in the
with you.
morning. Night turn.
Are we good?
Amazing.
Yeah,
Go
nice
for
one.
it.
Okay.
Finn ignores my comment. Fuck this.
What?
You should
He told you to go
challenge.
play music.
You should challenge that musician to a musical duel.
That would be
Yeah, I've been watching that, waiting for something to happen.
Damn it, Vin.
Okay.
Golden fiddle.
I'm rolling
No,
performance.
it's okay. You can do it.
I walk up to the splendid idea. This looks like a fine audience, Nefis. I walk up to the musician and I challenge him to a play off.
How do you do this?
What do you mean? How do I do this? Whoever can play the better song wins.
I'm picturing like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, just fucking like walking to the guy strumming an instrument.
No, I
Dum, dum, dum,
don't
like,
do that.
fucking
I don't
face
like.
off.
I don't force them into it, but I say, so how would you like to do a little bit of a competitive duet?
Oh my. All right, hang on. Let me get equipped for this for a second here. Yeah,
What?
this will be good. Okay. He kind of looks at you and says, 50-50? What do you want? 60-40? Pretty good gig here. Lose profits.
I'll let you decide the terms. I'm not scared at all, sir. Simply putting on a show for my friends over there, and hopefully we can liven this place up a bit. It's the music you've been playing is, no offense, sir, but it's been a bit dreadful.
Oh,
Ow.
oh,
Fucking shots fired.
oh.
Wait, what was
Right.
that?
We're gonna get kicked out of this place.
Well, all right, well, they're coming like that. It's all or nothing. We'll see who's the better bar.
What's all or nothing? All my money?
No. All the profits for the night.
Oh, fair enough.
He was gonna split earnings with you, thinking that it would be a friendly, like, forming thing, like. But no, you decided to go. You decided to go fucking cold killer. So.
Well, he is a drow noble, so he's living up to it.
I've studied at the finest Bod's college, sir. This is trivial to me.
I sincerely hope you roll so low.
I'm not going to.
So mean.
Nat 1.
Am I rolling or are you
I don't
rolling
know how to add
first?
music. You started the duels. You get to bring
Okay.
out the first.
You get to bring out the
You get
fiddle.
the first verse.
I would like to point out that my performance check is doubled due to the drow expertise perk. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Oh shit!
What the fuck? Oh my god! He's
Oh.
All right, buddy.
I believe that would be 20
You better.
or no 30.
It doesn't matter. It's a natural 20. You automatically.
Holy shit!
I believe
That's
I
a critical win. That's
Jesus
determined by the
fucking
DM.
Christ. Play us a fucking soundtrack, and it better be good.
natural 30.
I swear to God, if it's
Devil went down to Georgia.
in our mix, yes.
No,
course I know.
Yes.
oh god.
Hold on, I got it.
I
Oh,
don't care what you play, but you better fucking
Let's liven this place up, shall we? Did it play?
Oh my god.
Oh, here it is.
About to.
Oh, there you go.
I love it.
I dance about as I play.
You like bouncing on tabletops and shit, or you just fucking doing a merry jig
Yes,
like
I
in
leap,
the
I leap
little...
onto the nearest table and tap dance as I'm playing.
That'd be an athletics check, wouldn't it?
Carla,
Nipper starts to
turn it
clap
like-
and
Yeah!
yeah, on beat.
Hearing all the commotion, I'll peek out of my room down the hallway to see what's going on.
You guys wanted to keep the low
You're upstairs.
profile.
You would have heard it for sure. Fucking hilarious. God damn. Okay.
What the hell is going
We
on?
can see how this happens. All right. Here's
Then challenge
the
the bard.
bard's response.
Oof.
Ow.
Yeah, he's
Rip.
yeah. I think there's nothing that anything can do to beat a fucking nat 30. Roll again. His response is quite lackluster, and if anything, like people are like wanting him to shut up to listen to you to continue to play.
Oh my god.
Just doing the man dirty.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
What's
Oh
go-
my fucking A. Roll one more performance. Finish it up.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
Fuck.
Oh no.
You still got a plus 10, so that's
Plus
still 18.
10.
That's not bad.
God fucking damn it. Okay, give us another little ditty.
Oh, I have to play. Oh, I didn't have something. Okay.
I know I didn't have anything lined up either. I need to get something.
He didn't expect a musical duel.
I wasn't expecting this.
I really did not.
Chicken fried fiddle cover.
Oh, hold on. I got it.
Little bit of chicken fry. Cold beer on a Friday night.
Just- Oh, okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Fuck.
oh,
Oh.
He's playing a whole orchestra.
Yeah, I tried to keep it to like one or two instruments. I'm sorry. It's hard to
It's all
find
good.
like single lute or single fiddle.
That moment he has enough skill to sound like he's playing two instruments at once.
That's how good he is.
I've studied with the best bards in the University of Glamours.
Is that a hurdy-gurdy?
Insane.
Anton's gonna think to himself, this is... I'm not sure, but I think he plays better drunk. Or at least... Yeah. That's
he's
just
been
that.
drunk?
I don't think
I've
so.
only
Or
had
at least-
one glass. You guys have been at the bar like all day. This is my first drink.
That's what I thought. I thought something changed.
Okay.
Vincenzo
Fucking
Cairona. Remember that name.
trying to rally for one last performance. Oh, please fucking get something. Oh,
Dang.
okay. That's
A challenge.
so he rebuttals you. He gets his second wind and he plays this.
Do I
there we
have a
go.
third ready?
No.
I got a third.
Do you want to go for a third? I'll fucking do a third.
Oh
round.
my god.
Damn.
You've already
Well, what-
embarrassed me enough.
Oh, he's already dead.
He's already dead. Stop.
I'll do a third if he wants to do a third.
Why should be in that one?
If he
Is
thinks,
he going to concede
if he
defeat?
thinks
Ask
he
him if he
hasn't
concedes.
lost yet, I say. Sir, if you think you haven't lost yet, I say.
I can do it. One last one.
Okay. Oh, 20.
A second. There we go.
I play.
I had to drop the fucking too much music. Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Pretty fucking good. God damn. I really like this music. I don't want to stop listening to it. Fuck.
I think that means I win.
I agree.
The Bard's last chance. Last chance. What was your last roll?
4 times?
No, the Bard has only rolled.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you win. You fucking win.
I thought he rolled a 5, a 7, and then an 18.
No, he rolled like a 16 the last time. That's what kept him
Yeah,
in.
he rolled a 16 on his middle roll.
Like a 22. Yeah, he ended up getting like a 22. Yeah. You're. What are you playing? A fiddle?
A fiddle. My lute's broken, dude. It's in the shop.
I just wanted to make sure I was being accurate. So yeah, your fiddle drowns out. He's got a a mandola, and your fiddle drowns out his playing, and he gives up quite promptly as you merrily jig your way to a meager little sum of tips, performance money.
Good show, sir. Well played, but I'm afraid I'm Vincenzo Cairona.
Get a fuck.
God.
How much?
What a queer little bard. Thinking he could stand against me.
Queer water feature.
I think that's
amazing.
Like 4 minutes
Okay, you
long,
fucking edited everything too.
As you can see, Vincenzo fully believes in the virtue of audacity.
Remember that name, patrons.
Ukraine.
Fucking Christ. Okay, you managed to earn 3 golds worth of silver. So that's 30 silver.
Okay.
30 silver gold pieces. 30 fucking Jesus Christ. 3 gold and silver pieces.
So plus 30 silver.
Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Good shit.
A meager sum, but it's what I have to do.
That's all of the Bard fucking tips plus money that was handed your way. Just fucking like booted him out and took all his cash.
A meager sum, but it's what I have to do.
I say, Vin, I must admit that was quite an impressive display of skill. Perhaps I've underestimated you.
Ah, yes, Carlos. Well, when you're in company such as mine, I'm afraid things just happen.
Afraid things just happen. Amazing.
Okay, let's retire.
Indeed.
Let us retire.
So I'm assuming that's
Who
it
gets
for
the
everybody.
room by themselves?
I grow bored.
Probably the fucking only female.
Sorry.
He was asking who gets the room by themselves, and I said probably Petula.
Probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, she already claimed it at this point, so.
I don't think anybody's gonna fuck with her.
I'm not used to sharing accommodations, but I'm afraid I will have to do.
The question is with who?
Are we sharing beds?
How many rooms are there?
No, it's bunks.
No,
They're
sharing
made up.
rooms, not fucking sharing beds. Two per room. You can do like 6 in a room if you really want. They're fucking big. They got like beds and there's couches and there's shit like that. Like they're nice chambers. They're meant for
finest accommodation.
Each of those rooms is meant to accommodate like a merchant and their entourage of like 3 or 4. So the fact that you have 4 of these rooms, like someone really likes you. You don't have like you could have 2, 3 people have rooms to themselves and have the rest smashed into a room, and there'd still be enough space in that room. Like, however you want to divide yourselves amongst them. It's not like there's one bed in one room. Like there's space.
Well, I suppose it would be fair enough for 2 people per room.
Cthulhu's in a room by herself. I'm assuming I probably went into a different room.
I would already be like sitting on a bed, putting my things away. I don't have time for such.
Well, which room did you go to? Are you in a room by yourself, or?
I'm in a room. You guys are standing outside,
on
pointing
the bed
at each other, being like,
I'll leave it up to chance, and
I'm already in a
room.
room. That's what I mean. Is I'm already in a room.
I'll walk into the second room, whichever one that is.
So that'd be Ludwig if he was the second person.
Sure, we'll go with it. Yeah.
Why don't you bunk with me? We have many important plans to discuss.
Yes, I suppose we do. Sounds good to me then.
Then perhaps Anton will share a room with Peter then.
It's a match made in heaven.
Well, that'll do.
As Nephis comes into the room, he'll see me already asleep on the couch with my empty bottle of vodka, or glass, not bottle. Oh shit. Empty glass of vodka on
it is all on the house.
Didn't even make it to the bed.
Has Cthulhu already fallen asleep?
I guess you
I
can.
don't know. Why don't you find out?
Whoa.
Whoa. Hey.
I believe that's baited.
What did you find out?
Okay. Oh, I've heard this riddle before. I believe the second verse is find out.
I guess I just might. Oh well.
Just fuck around.
Since we've already got the room situation taken care of, I'm going to knock on Cthulhu's door.
Godspeed.
See if she's still awake or not.
Do you mean? Oh yeah, didn't she have like a massive mug, like bigger than her head,
Huge
of alcohol?
Took a fucking glass, a gigantic mug of ale up to her. God knows what.
Called a sort of an S.
Schooner.
This is schooner.
Yeah.
I just realized that everywhere else in the world, a schooner is a different size than in Canada, and I feel bad now, but I had to commit to it.
It's funny. The first thing that comes up is a boat. It's a lot of ale.
Same.
The schooner is a boat.
It is a boat.
It's all
Schooner spelled SCH.
Okay, well, we've established that Cthulhu had something to drink. Good job.
It's true.
They're pretty big.
All right. So you knock. Is that what you did?
Yep.
A few moments pass and you hear some shuffling. She cracks the door open. You just see her, like, her blue eye peering out. She's just like, what?
Everything okay?
Yeah. Is there a reason they wouldn't be?
Seemed in a bit of a rush heading to your room when we got here. I was just kind of curious if something happened or you missed a pretty good performance.
I could kind of hear it. It's okay though. I'm just trying to catch up on studies and be prepared for whatever we might be walking into. There's a lot of uncertainties, so I want to make sure I freshened up with all my knowledge.
That's fair. I just wanted to make sure because it seemed like you were in quite the rush to get up there. So
I've had enough of people for today. I'm good. Thanks, I guess.
Okay, well, I'll leave you be to your studies then.
Uh-huh.
Right. Good night.
She closes the door.
Anton
What
heads
is
to bed.
Cthulhu studying specifically?
She's freshening up on like her she already knows a lot about the history of vampires, but she's like digging through her notes to see if she can find any other like useful information, whether it's notable locations in the area from her studies of the history of them, or any kind of like just weaknesses and such that might be useful to her.
Okay, for the next day after this, you get an advantage roll on your nature and history checks as pertaining to vampires.
Cool.
Only for the day. I might forget. Okay. Anybody else up and about before the world retires to the soundness of sleep?
I pass Carlos a small pouch containing 10 silver, saying, "Here you go, boy, for being such a loyal emissary."
Carlos can do nothing but graciously accept. Money is money after all.
Hell yeah, dude.
But Carlos would not go to sleep yet. He would pull out the leather pouch that he had found the day prior. Actually, was it the same couple days ago? Yeah, a few days ago.
Several days ago.
And he would begin inspecting the gemstones to see if any of them appeared valuable.
Oh, that reminds me, Carlos. Wake
How
me
much?
up first thing in the morning. We have an important meeting to attend to.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh my! What large gems you have!
What large gems you have? Are those the family jewels?
They're somebody's family jewels.
Dear.
Oh,
Good thing we didn't ask those halflings for payment. This is literally like everything.
Um,
That would be
Everything dreamed of.
so fucked up.
So the small leather pouch that you are holding contains a dozen gems. Each of them are 1/4 inch in diameter. They aren't rough cut. They're actual fine cut gems. So they're already refined and ready for whatever somebody would want to do with. You notice that 6 of them are tiger eyes. 3 of them are hematite gems, and then the other 3 are azurite gems.
What was that? Those second 2 again?
Hematite.
So 6 tiger eye, 3 hematite, 3 azurite.
So they're iron crystals. That's what hematite is.
Hematite is a iron oxide, yeah.
Yeah. A very
Azurite
pretty
copper.
gem, though.
Yeah. Azurite, Tiger Eye, right, was the last one?
Tiger's Eye was the
Tiger eye, azurite, and hematite.
Oh wow, Tiger's Eye are actually really pretty.
Carlos is very good at examining rocks.
Yeah, he's been doing this kind of stuff his entire life.
Ooh, I like the tiger's eye.
Yeah, I know, right?
I have a
It's very
tiger's eye.
warm. It's a very
Hell yeah.
warm color. I like it.
Yeah, I like the Azurite though.
Yeah,
That's
so
just
he's got it. They're all about 1/4 inch in diameter, so they're not very big, but they're not small.
The hematite ones are just, they just really don't compare.
What's wrong with hematite? I think it's pretty.
It's not saying it's not pretty, but I mean, when you're looking at two very brightly covered, then it's a
compared to Tiger's
silvery.
Eye and Azurite, yeah, probably.
Well, the
iron
fact that you
faster
have
than all.
something that's just so black, and it would be and like they're polished and shit too, right? So if you're pictures of the gems, like look at the nice polished gemstones, and just imagine holding essentially blackness in your hand. Just this cold
Void
black
of
gem, like
Blackest of the blackest night.
Black. In your hand is the abyss, and it stares back at you.
yeah.
Satisfied that
in the polished reflection. Yeah.
satisfied that the gemstone should at least fetch something of value, he puts them back in the pouch and puts it back on his person. He'll have to see if he can find a gem cutter or something and tomorrow and see if he can sell them for some coin.
Are they not cut?
They are cut. Well,
they are cut.
A jeweler, then, I guess. I'm assuming like a jeweler and a gem cutter would probably be like the same thing in this timeline.
Yes.
Vincenzo knows where there's a jeweler.
Who does?
Vincenzo knows about a jeweler.
Vincenzo
Chirona.
Oh, is that the
Vincenzo Chirona?
That's me.
Or that the... Oh,
That's your whale.
Vincenzo, and I'm like,
I'm Vincenzo.
yeah, sorry, I misheard him.
What are you fuddling about with over there, Carlos? Get some sleep. We need to wake up first thing in the morning.
Shut up. Look, it's supposed to be the one with hearing damage.
You just hear.
By the way, before we nod off, would you happen to know where there's any jewelers in town? I have some things I might want to procure.
Yes, Carlos. If we must see a jeweler, we'll do it tomorrow morning on our way to the Captain of the Guard. The meeting with the Captain of the Guard.
Very good.
Somewhere around the Imperial Square. I don't know. Get to sleep, Carlos.
Carlos rolls his eyes and goes to sleep.
I know it's not what's happening, but I could just imagine the both of you, for some strange reason, occupy the same bed. You're just like fucking roll over and staring at gems. You just fucking stop, go to bed. That's what I have in my head. I know that's not what's happening, but I think it's
Batman, Superman.
Goes to bed at 7:30 p.m. every night.
My God.
Holy shit!
I need my beauty rest.
Beauty sleep. Okay, you guys fucking sleep comfortably and in these wonderful, luxurious, essentially fucking apartments. Jesus Christ. You wake up in the morning and you are ready to start a wonderful day anew in this wonderful land.
I have some strange scars on my neck, Carlos.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just kidding. That was not said.
You said it in your character's voice.
If Tropel can say whatever the fuck he wants, then I can say whatever.
Tropel doesn't have a voice for his fucking character, so there's no way to determine what he's saying for real or fucking roleplay.
Okay, all right.
Well, he gets encouragement to actually fucking find him.
Look, maybe you should become his internet husband if you want favoritism.
I was just playing a joke,
Yeah.
Carlos. Lighten up.
Lighten up.
Then you have a very strange a very queer sense of humor.
Very queer.
Clear sense of humor.
Wait, did Carlos wake me up, or did I wake up naturally?
Carlos would have woken up.
You all
earlier.
individually have woke up naturally, unless you've chosen to fucking wake somebody else up.
Carlos would have woken up a little
The
bit.
point is that it's morning.
Vine boom. Vine boom.
I'm out like a light still.
I woke up
Slept like this, ever. It was great.
After getting Vin up, Carlos would have already been dressed, and he would proceed to go to the other doors and bang on them, try to get people to wake up if they haven't already.
Joke's on you. I'm not there.
I'm still out like a light.
Anton will wake up and start getting ready.
Yes.
Yes.
So the only person that isn't actively getting ready is Ludwig, and then Peter's absent.
I'm downstairs in the
Tavern area?
Thank you.
Bar area? I don't know.
Yeah.
Dining area?
Partaking in the continental
It's an
breakfast.
inn.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Common area?
Since Ludwig is the only one that hasn't woken yet, Carlos would bang on the door a bit louder. Ludwig, we need to go. We have things to do today.
Is the door locked?
I left it unlocked.
Nephis, why did you not wake him? You could see that he was sleeping there, couldn't you?
Can you not see the bottle next to him?
Oh dear.
Oh, hell.
I corrected myself. I said glass.
Can you not see the glass? You should have seen him earlier yesterday. It wasn't the first time.
Most of you guys did spend like half the day drinking.
Day drinking.
Hey, this was a good
We
day.
went to the tavern, we asked 2 questions, and then just decided to day drink because we couldn't think of anything better to do.
It's
Hey,
okay.
I ate an
And then we
entire
went to a
chicken.
tavern and drinking.
It's medieval
Carlos, do you have any
times.
smelling salts?
No, I don't think I do, but I have an idea. So
We could
Carlos,
either do smelling salts, water, but I think that'd be.
I strum my fiddle.
Okay,
I
that's
believe
very
I
tough.
could wake him.
have at it then, Vin.
You're not going to hit him with that, are you?
Carlos would open the door and go inside regardless, in case Vin's method didn't work.
I follow in.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
Should we? I'm just going to move the glass.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I was taking a drink, you bastard.
Perfect.
I'm waiting.
Oh, are we waiting for me to play music?
you said
you
you were
said
going
you were
to
gonna
sleep.
You walked in the room and you were going to handle the fucking sleeping guy.
I said I could, and then Carlos walked in anyway. All right, here's
Yeah, in case it didn't work.
okay. Here.
Pleasantly.
Fucking 26.
Fucking 26. I'll
Ludwig Lincoln.
I'll open my
Wake up,
eyes
wake
and
up.
just squint and just stare at Vin for a second. Then sit up, rub my head, and just cover my eyes like, it's too early for this.
What you see in your face.
I am very tired and very hungover and have a gnarly headache.
I enthusiastically stomped my feet on the floor to the beat.
Is my glass still near me? Is it within arm's reach?
No,
No, Peter.
no, it's not.
No.
Damn it. Is there anything throwable within arm's reach?
Roll
No.
for perception.
Hello.
Hello.
roll for perception? I will roll for
At
perception.
a
Disadvantage.
because you're drunk.
How much of a disadvantage?
Basically, you roll 2d20.
You roll twice and take the lowest number.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where the fuck is my D20?
Wait, where are
Who
your
took all
dice?
my fucking dice?
Fine.
Warren, did you do this?
No.
Here, you can use mine as well, so you can roll too.
Paradox is brown though.
I keep
You took my
playing.
fuck. Motherfucker.
Here's that
Here.
So he's
Boom.
just like
Time to
rolling
wake
around in bed, and I'm still playing.
Two.
Fuck.
That
He can't even open his
can't
eyes.
see it. Yeah, you're like just can't even open your eyes. You're like,
Hey, Chris,
I,
Chris, what would be more appropriate to use to cure a hangover? Spare the dying or healing word?
I'm awake.
healing word.
I will very angrily say I'm awake.
Mr. Brandt, come on, we're going to be late.
I know.
You have no one to blame but
Give
yourself
me
for this.
5 minutes.
If you know, then why are you still in bed, sir?
Because I was asleep.
Oh, you seem hungover. I wonder why.
Fucking crazy. I'll get up and fucking put on my boots and head down towards the tavern.
That was the perfect song.
The best time.
I was expecting you to just play something very loud.
Just deliberately just make the most screeching, aggravating sound possible.
Just get right next to my ear and just go,
The real song is
within arm's
called
reach.
Whiskey Before Breakfast.
perfect. Everybody's up. Everybody's in the tavern area now.
I wasn't joking about using healing word on him to get rid of that hangover. I
It's up
blame
to
you.
you, man.
Do I need a roll for it, or is it just considered done?
Read your spell.
Fine.
I don't know. I don't know cleric spells. I'd have to go and read it.
Say what it's called?
Healing word. I got it right in front of me.
Yeah.
1d4 plus spell modifier. Wait a second.
Okay, read the description because if it says things like really like heals condition effects or shit, that's what matters because he's not losing points.
All it says is
Gain
hit
hit
points.
points. No. Yeah. I
What
don't.
was the other one?
Spare the dying was more of a joke. Cure wounds would only restore wounds. Bless may be the one we want to look into, though. Give me a second.
I think his hangover is as much of a gift from God as anything else, and your clerical spells are more suited to the those who are misfortunate, not those who cast misfortune upon themselves.
Well, this is true. The Church of Elmater says to relieve suffering when possible. And even though it's self-inflicted, I have a duty.
And get that bitch some water.
Yeah,
Some
I'm doing
food.
that now.
Get that bitch water.
I know what's wrong with him. He needs some gas in him.
He needs some milk.
Best detox is a retox.
Please no.
Yes.
Yeah, hair of the dog, get her done.
Yes.
Okay, it's up to you guys to make your way to Skin Square to meet the Magister and the captain of Brigade Auxila.
Excellent.
Vin, have you informed everybody that you're all? I think you did. You informed these guys.
Yes, several times.
Okay, the brigade. I'll say this to specifically for the sake of Nephis and Ludwig and Anton. A Brigade Auxila is one of the arms of the Tarvian Republic's military. So, armed with the knowledge that you're going to go and talk to this guy, whether you choose to act or dress or whatever, with the knowledge that you're going to be in the presence of someone who is part of the military that you guys once served in, just a nugget of knowledge for you.
Copy that.
All
right.
This way, lads. We don't want to be late. I lead everyone if they're willing to the jeweler.
Hell yeah.
The jeweler. The jeweler's on the southwest side of the square of Imperial Square, next to silk merchants, spice merchants, other such things, fine leatherwork, stuff like that. Farriers, things that you would need to have money to afford that don't really provide any function. Well, provide function as well as fashion.
Well, go ahead, Carlos. Take care of your little errand, and then we'll be off.
This shan't take long, gentlemen. I just need to take care of some business. So Carlos would go through the door, and he would try to see if the shopkeep was available.
The shopkeep is sitting at a desk. Well, not a desk. Sorry, at the the shop counter. It is a gnome. There's a little old gnome.
Oh, weird little fellow. I didn't say that though.
Disclaimer. I
didn't say that. Good sir. I have some gemstones I'd like you to inspect if you don't mind. Carlos would move up to the counter, place the pouch onto it, and open the drawstrings and allow the gnome to take a look at what's inside.
Wait, are we all with him, or is he just
the gnome?
You guys are
outside. It's up to you if you want to walk in the
I'm
store.
waiting outside.
Nope, I'm good.
Yep.
I look around for a tobacconist.
What?
But
roll perception, and I will get to you next.
Yeah. Take care of him.
So the little gnome is a fairly old for a gnome. Takes out of his apron a strange pair of glasses, fits them to his head, and he strokes his wispy white beard as he inspects each of them. And he says, "Fine specimens, yes, fine specimens. Looking to sell?"
Yes, good sir. I am actually looking to sell. What would you offer for these fine pieces, as you have so accurately described them as?
He picks up one or two of the tiger eyes and sort of waves them in his palms, and then he leans down and grabs something out from under the counter, a delicate set of brass scales, and he fiddles with the instrument for a moment, weighing each of the azurite gems, and then one or two of the hematite and tiger eye gems. He says, 2 carats each, I assume. Not the biggest, not very small. I'll give you 3 gold pieces per gem.
Oh.
All right. How many gems in total were there?
12.
God damn.
Damn. Okay.
Gold's worth gems. Carlos considers the amount carefully. He's quite aware that the gnome is old and probably very versed in his craft, so he's hesitant to try to get more. Stop that. He's hesitant to try to get more, as it could potentially backfire if that's somehow insulting to the gnome.
Okay.
I'm thinking. That's me thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
It's an arduous process.
It is. The way my mind works. Very, very well, my good sir. I will agree to your terms. So I believe that comes to 36 gold pieces.
Oh.
It sounds about right. I'll have to pay you by note. You can take it to the local treasury. Just give me a moment. I'll go grab my stamp and seal. And he jumps off of the very tall stool that he's standing on and scuttles into the back somewhere out of sight. And he returns with a piece of parchment, a candle, and wax and a stamp. And he writes out a note stating that he owes you 36 gold. And he places his stamp and seal on the note, and he hands it to you, and he says, "The treasury shall give you the full amount. Pleasure doing business."
Yeah, indeed, sir. Thank you. Perhaps I'll stop by another time if I have more goods to sell. Carlos would leave the shop and rejoin the others and proceed to follow Vin, presumably to the forum.
The captain of the guard.
Yes, indeed.
The captain of the guard.
I hope you took care of what you needed to take care of, Mr. Santiago.
Yes. I have what I need for now. At some point, it doesn't need to be today, I will need to stop by the treasurer.
What, did you sell your wedding ring or something? What's going on?
Do not worry.
I smile at Carlos.
Do not worry. It's something I have had on my travels for some time now.
Oh, is that so? All right, we go to the guard.
So as you approach the forum, the guards are standing upon the steps as per before. Entering the building itself, it is sparsely populated as opposed to the previous afternoon's events. Both the Magister and a man in uniform, wearing a long pale blue cloak and carrying a helmet underneath his arm, are both waiting for you by the Magister's desk in the middle of the forum auditorium.
Can it be an amphitheater?
What?
No.
Greetings, gentlemen. I believe we have a meeting scheduled for today.
Oh, yes. Good day to you, sir. Good day. This is the man I was talking to you about, he says to the captain. Absolutely splendid man. He's brought himself the finest stock of soldier from the Sanctuary of Souls. More professionals to deal with this problem of vampires, yes. Do share with him anything you know, so on and so forth. I'm sure that with your cooperation, we shall be able to be rid of this problem for good. Yes, no more terrorizing the townsfolk and whatnot.
Yes, and you mentioned on the previous day, sir, that my soldiers, they'd be properly equipped before we step off on this endeavor, correct?
Yes, Captain. Allow them access to the armory. They can pick out whatever they need. And the captain doesn't really say much, but he just sort of gives a nod.
Hello, Captain. I don't believe we've been acquainted yet. I extend my hand.
The captain takes your hand. He says, "Captain Apollio, I'm captain of the Brigade Auxilian in this city."
Greetings, sir. What I have for you today is Chirona 6. We are a group of merry men who are in the business of doing good for the what's the the faction called?
You were employed by the Sanctuary of Souls.
No, I mean they're like.
Or you.
They're like
the Empire.
The Empire. Yeah.
Tarvian.
Yeah, it's the Republic of Tarvia. It's if you look at the world map, it's this entire fucking continent except for Morwen. It's everything in the south except Morwen.
In the Republic of Centauria, is that what it's called?
Tarvia.
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 I'm sorry.
Even even this side to your neighbor.
In a joint effort with the Count of Souls?
Sanctuary of
Souls. In a joint effort with the Sanctuary of Souls. What I have for you is 3 Tavian veterans, a man of good faith, Mr. Montfort, and a very well learned sorceress, Miss Cthulhu. Do you have a last name, or is it just one pseudonym?
There is one.
Miss Colley.
Colley?
You only know her as Cthulhu.
Miss Cthulhu.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that works. And my personal emissary, Mr. Santiago here. Would our veterans like to introduce themselves to the good captain here and tell them a bit about your service?
Anton steps up. Does he recognize the captain at all, personally?
No.
No.
I will give each of the 3 veterans this for free. Brigades Auxilia are essentially non-Tarvian units that are specifically kept at home. So Brigades Auxilia are essentially home defense groups that are not of Tarvian origin. So this would be the Brigade Auxilia of Nicaea, which would have groups in each of the cities meant for home defense. Each of the colonies has their own Brigade Auxilia. They are members of the Tarvian military, the legions, and they will go overseas and fight. But their chief goal is maintaining defense of the frontier.
So, like the actual Roman Auxilia service.
Yeah, I'm blatantly going to tell you that I am basing the Republic of Tarvia a lot off of Rome. There will be differences, but they are based a lot off of Rome.
Okay.
Prior or post Marius reforms?
Republic, not.
So, the Marius reforms.
Like when the actual legions were at their height. Like this is Rome at the height of its power under the Caesar.
Yeah, after the reforms. Got it. All right.
So Anton salutes and then begins to introduce himself. My name is Anton Greycastle. I used to be part of the Tarvian military. I was Equates. Of course, I'm not anymore. I've been doing adventuring. I even got my insignia here, and he goes to dig for it and shows his insignia of heavy cavalry, Equates. Served on the
captain
Duridian.
Slaps a fist to his heart, and he says, "Well met, Equites."
Well met.
Wouldn't that actually be cataphract?
No.
When I served, I was on the Duridian front.
Sorry, keep going.
So lucky to have made it back.
My sympathies to you, soldier. I had a brother who served there. Sadly, he did not make it. I'm sure you're all too familiar with that kind of story, though.
Lost many I knew over there. I know very much that. Before letting somebody else go, he goes to dig for a piece of a Duridian banner and presents it to him. That way he can see it.
A fine trophy, Cavalier!
He nods.
I'm sure that you pried it out of the cold dead's hands of one of those godless scum.
I'm just glad that it's over, at least for now.
He kind of nods, and he doesn't really say anything in response to that.
Chin up, Mr. Greycastle.
He nods over to Ven and lets one of the others introduce themselves.
Oh, Nevis Dianago, sailor on in the Empire's Navy for 5 years.
The Navy does a good job keeping our seaways safe. Good to meet you, sailor.
Aye.
Very, very groggily, I'll walk up and Ludwig von Hausbrandt, Harvey and Artillery. Pleasure to meet you. Just kind of step back. Still very hungover and tired.
The captain fucking recognizes this and just chooses to do you the mercy of not fucking addressing you aside from a nod. But you can definitely tell, like, it's an obvious, like, oh, that poor guy. He knows.
Terrific. I think that's
This is a fine group of warriors you have.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
We're on a great mission. I'm sure you understand. We're chasing after some dreadful undead, and my soldiers here, they need to be properly equipped for such a large task.
Well, as the Magister said, you have access to my armory. I cannot guarantee you that it's top quality equipment, but it's sharp. It's fresh.
I appreciate the accommodations, sir. Now, on to the intelligence of this operation. Which would you say? How would we find a vampire, sir?
Jesus Christ.
I didn't think he would actually give us access to the armory. I thought he'd be like, yeah, that's not happening.
The Magister fucking told him so.
Alright.
He's gotta listen to the Magister. The Magister's fucking Super Chief 10.
Alright.
Chieftain shortcut.
Oh.
Seeker's waiting for the other foot to drop. He's been waiting for the other foot to drop for a while. When's it gonna do it? What's happening?
Continue, damn it.
So the fucking Magister cuts in.
Oh, let's wander over to the bathroom, shall we? I have good charts and everything. We could look at it all there. A little bit away from the public eye, too. You never know who's sneaking around. Forms public space and all. Please do follow me. We'll be done in a moment. You can carry on and do your good work.
Oh.
He starts to waddle over to sort of the behind the auditorium where you guys have been hanging out, up a small set of stairs. Toward the edge, there's a room, sort of more of an alcove than anything else, and there's a wider table with some maps and charts. Leads you over, and he says, "Hang on, I just got it."
How old is he? Is he like an old? You give the impression that he's like a pretty old guy.
He's like, he's got gray, just like graying hair. It's on the grayer end of black. It's not completely gray yet. And he's definitely got less of a six-pack, more of a keg, but not in the flattering way.
Gotcha.
He's losing his hair. He's not fat and old, but he's on the way out, you know. He's a little bit past his prime.
Understood.
I think there's stuff under the board.
I think Anton's under the board.
He is. I found him.
Oh, thank you.
Man.
I helped him.
Your knight has been injured.
For a price.
Oh my fuck.
For a
Go ahead.
price.
Done this to
Get him out of there. Okay.
Why'd you put it back over?
It's fine. It's fine.
Important fucking centralite.
Who
Jesus
could have
Christ.
possibly done this?
Okay,
What,
so fuck. Holy shit.
We do believe that vampires coming somewhat southeast towards the town of Boveticus, but not too far away. They've been flying and walking and sneaking around the town commonly enough that there must be quite regular attendance. In in order to do so, he must be living quite near the city limits. It must be in the forest somewhere. There are some lumber paths and dirt tracks that we've tried to go down. We haven't been able to find them at all. But we do believe it's somewhere in there. There used to be a road that went to Vegeta back before the Empire came. And it was quite well populated. There was a few small villages and such. That'd be a good place to look. Unfortunately, I've been stretched so thin with manpower, correct, Captain? Yes, the Captain agrees. And we just haven't had the time to go search properly. I do believe that's where you'll find them.
Stella.
Like around there.
I suppose we have a bit of a longer way to walk. Would the house's stables perhaps have enough horses for us, sir?
Sadly, no. There's something short stock on the island. I'm sorry. It's quite expensive to get horses in any good supply. It's a small place. I wish I could loan you more than what I have, but unfortunately for this trip, you'll have to go on. I'm terribly sorry.
Perhaps a humble coach could take us. I would perhaps chip in for the cost of the coach, of course. I wouldn't want to overstay my welcome.
If only, sir. If only we had coaches. Unfortunately, the only kind of coach is drawn by men. Sadly, I don't believe they travel that far to the city. The roads going that far south, they're not good quality, not for something like that. You break the poor bugger's backs, I do say.
Dreadful indeed. Well, we're not.
Yes.
We're not strangers.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to stop and have on. That's it. That's all he says. That's his fin. Sorry, you can keep going.
We're not strangers.
Sorry.
Walking, sir. These soldiers, especially, they're used to marching. You see, they're very quite so. Yes.
Oh, splendid, splendid. I'm sure you'll be perfectly suited for this job. I await eagerly your return, and again, when you come back, again, my compliments. You stay at the tavern as long as you need, all expenses paid, and you return to the Sanctuary of Souls with my utmost regards for its master.
Yes, and about Confluentia, perhaps pitching in on the bounty. It seems we haven't really been made aware of the gravity of the situation until we've arrived in town, sir. So I'm afraid to ask, but is there any possibility of increasing a bit of or sending a bit of gold from the treasury our way, sir?
Oh. I remember already forwarding a sizable bounty to the sanctuary. See, I paid out of my own pocket for the donation from the treasury as well. I'm sure you understand. But we sent the money all the way along to the sanctuary to be paid out already. It should be, some godly amount. A couple pounds worth of gold. As I saw the chest they carried it out in. Goodness me. I dread to think the taxes increase on the poor common folk, and it was like they're going to have to pay to bring back the treasury up to its normal proportions, of course. But yes, I already forwarded on the bounty to the sanctuary in Consume, you see.
Do not trouble yourself with that, sir. It must have been a clerical error that I did not see the gross amount. Where I fully trust that your payment will be sufficient.
Oh, capital! Oh, God bless you, sir. Good gracious me, I'm so blessed to have found such a qualified group of adventurers. I once more, I'm so very eager to hear of your success, and if there's anything else we can do, of course, please let us know. But I'm eager to see you on your way to complete this quest, and finally, this statue and its people will be safe.
Yes. Well, I won't waste the Magister's time any longer. I'll have my men here see what you have in store at the armory, and only take what is necessary, of course.
Oh, of course. Thank you. Please carry on. Don't wait for me.
Hell yeah.
So one of the attendants who you met the other day sort of doesn't materialize, but he's definitely been sort of waiting patiently for a cue. And he enters into the alcove and begins to usher you back through the auditorium out of the.
Ah, yes. His name was Scalfo Latinius. What an enterprising chap. I introduced him to the
No,
party.
not Scafo, a different guy. This is just one of the generic dudes.
Okay. Never mind.
Imagine if you were that mob and you heard the voice of God go, one of the generic dudes, while describing you.
About to say that is insulting.
Well, there was a number of them. If none of you guys were there, but fucking when Vincenzo was there the previous day, there was Scaffa, and then he had other attendants that he passed along, like he was passing on orders and shit to them. So it was like one of them. They'd never been introduced to him. It was just, that's why I mean, like, nameless generic, one of those fucking guys.
That dude over
it's almost
there.
like Scott had his own staff.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck is under the city map?
Nothing. I think it's just.
I wonder who could have done that.
Nothing.
When it was getting moved over, two of the.
It's Zane who did it.
It's broken.
It's sitting flush.
Zane doing this shit.
Wait, did Zane do something? I think
Okay. Yes. So you guys are led to actually behind the forum. So this here, this big square compound, that's where the brigade dogs live. And the attendant, the nameless attendant, brings you there, flashing his insignia to the guards standing at the gates, bringing you through to the rear of the compound where the armory is stored. Inside the armory itself, there are rows of long and short spears, bundles of javelins, short bows, and short swords. There's also big rectangular tower shields, some smaller oval shields, and chainmail.
Wait, what was the armor list again?
Oh.
Chainmail.
It was like, just armory or armor?
Armor.
I heard armor. That's okay. Yeah. There's chainmail for armor, and there's shields, tower and oval shields. Not that it really matters gameplay wise, but for aesthetics, there's tower and oval shields.
Anton doesn't really see anything of interest except for the tower shield.
Damn.
Of course, I've already got a shield, so I might, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, there's nothing for Anton here, really.
Are there any long swords or short swords of any
short swords? There's like rows, well, a row of short swords. There's also spears, and there are javelins, and there are short bows.
Are they all of the same quality, just average quality, normal quality.
Yeah, they're meant for fighting men who fight. They're not anything more or less. It's not city guard, but it's also not,
It's for equipping auxiliary.
Not anything.
Okay.
Well, no, the auxiliary doesn't get up. Like it's good. It's good quality. It's just not something. It's not.
Look, you gotta work with what you got.
It's soldier weapons. They're not good. I mean, they're good enough.
They'll get the job done.
There's no long swords. I'll take
well
an
maintained
extra short sword.
Okay.
Carlos would look through the weapons, and he'd take a short sword and a bundle of 10 arrows, which I'm assuming are around since they're short bows.
Yes, there's ammunition.
So that brings them up to 30 arrows.
Like fucking baskets of it.
Oh, I'm sure, but I want to have a realistic amount. 30 is a realistic amount of arrows to have.
200 is fine. Whatever, it's realistic. My entire backpack full of fucking arrows.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then you have at least some weapons to defend yourself, right? I don't want you to be caught out in case some of us aren't around to protect you.
I will settle things more diplomatically, Carlos. Don't you worry.
Well, in my experience, sometimes that isn't possible. Perhaps you should at least take a short sword if you don't have something comparable.
Carlos, you tire me, sir. You didn't even think a place like the one we stayed in last night was possible until you slept in the nice mattresses and laid your head on the down pillow. Hey, just trust me once in a while, Carlos. It's so tiring, your demeanors at times.
Suit yourself, Vin. Suit yourself.
I will trade out. I think I'll trade out my crossbow for my. Or I'm not going to trade it out, but I'm going to take a short bow with arrows.
Okay.
I'll hold on to the crossbow for now, and I may return it later.
Oh, are there like recurve bows?
Short bows.
Short bows.
Oh.
Simple weapons. Anyone can use them, I think. As long as you have simple weapons proficiency, you can use a short bow.
So uncivilized. But I will take your advice, Carlos.
All I ask, Vin.
Just cheer up once in a while. You're so negative at all times.
I don't think that's accurate.
Cthulhu just kind of waits by the door for everyone to finish.
Anton briefly looks at the tower shield, however, decides to leave it, thinking that his trusty shield will already do just fine. He doesn't take anything from the armory.
Deadly. Okay.
I take this. I'll just type it. But yes.
Yes.
In total, yes.
Okay. Corwin, I see that you've taken many javelins, several, in fact, at least 3.
5.
5.
Which is at least 3.
5 is at least 3.
Yes, this is true.
How many enemies are there? Hundreds, thousands, at least 3.
It's one of those things where it's like, wait, hold on.
Shit, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. At the same time, there's a bit of a disparity between these.
I appreciate your correctness. I don't appreciate how inaccurate you. Okay, anyways.
Correct. First.
Yeah, so you've been armed. You've been armed with both knowledge and actual weapons. prepared for all of the different phases of violence, which is mostly just knowing and then committing the violence itself. And at the precious hour of 5 to 10,
yes,
prepare to embark on your next portion of your quest. Oh yeah. Yes. There you go. Cool. It's all going so smooth for
what can I
You're leaving
say?
it
for now, I guess.
We leaving it there for now, or?
Well, yeah, there's nothing I can do that'll take 6 minutes to fucking intro or prep. I'll just tack these 6 minutes on to next. I can guarantee you. I honestly thought it was getting a little bit faster, but the tavern took a little bit more time than I expected.
Hey, that was a good time.
I never decline.
I didn't say it was a bad time. I didn't say it was a bad time. It was quality roleplay, engaging dynamics, fucking awesome.
I
well
never
done.
decline an
Kudos.
opportunity to show my worth.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And you have a side quest that could make you even more money than you already have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
So I'm
save.
saving this game. If you saved anything on the last game, you'll notice that nothing saved because we're on a new game. It should carry over to the next one unless Quith wants to change boards or whatever again, or tables.
No, this is perfect. This is a good sized table, and it should be fine for everything I need to do with it. So we're gonna stick with this. So yeah, you should have all of your shit, everything the way it is now should be loaded once we get in next week. Drawings, great. Yeah.
Keep your model with the party, otherwise it's going to be a question of, well, did you leave or were you with the group?
Well, I have notes. I know the whole party, so you're essentially
forming a habit early.
There, or you're fucking on your way out. One of them.
Sure.
Carlos has a 36, was it, banknote burning a hole in his pocket.
Oh yeah, dude.
He's got to make that good. He's got to turn that into metal, baby.
I also have a forgery kit. I might mess around with that at some point too.
Uh-oh.
I have a copy of his seal. I can make a copy of the seal, if we're never gonna be here again.
Completely ruin this old gnome's life.
Just completely bankrupt him.
Millions.
After I'm done here, you can live in the streets without worry.
Just be aware that there's two parts to the whole thing, right? Sure, you have the seal, but the guy's gonna fucking sit there and go, "Why are you withdrawing 200? What?"
Let me call the corporate office on this one.
The physical component of this is accurate and authentic. The magical component, however, is
It's gonna be like, wait a minute, I need to confirm this. This is a lot of gold. No, I don't know.
Oh,
excuse me, sir. Would you mind talking to these fine gentlemen over here in this windowless room?
Gold piece extra. You gotta get a little bit in.
Get a little bit.
Just a little bit, not a lot.
You are about a nooblet in this embezzling process.
He's a pro. He knows where to nickel and dime.
I'm gonna go.
Good night.
All right, peace out, man. Take care.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some food. Y'all have a wonderful night. It was fun.
Yeah, go head out.
No, you have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
It was a lot of fun, y'all. Take care.
Who's eager to see when the next shoe drops? It's gonna be what's gonna happen.
We should play D&D on Sundays too.
Oh.
Yes, and tomorrow.
Please no, not on Sundays.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
And you should let me set up the atmosphere.
Sure.
Soft.
What?
Whoa.
What atmosphere?
I know. Bitch.
Oh, you mean like the ambient music in the background kind of thing?
I can
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do that.
I considered doing it. I considered doing that, and then I didn't want it to be like annoying and like overbearing, so
no, just do it.
I went without it for a day. It seems as though I should have done it. So I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it.
Turn it down.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I would like.
Yeah,
it,
I
right?
know.
I like you.
Okay, I will next session. I have it. I have a note. Use ambience.
Excellent. And if you need any assets, I can make.
I'll even use different ambiences for the different scenes and everything. It'll be very ambient.
That's the one thing I liked about Roll20 is the website has like a bunch of like oh, it doesn't anymore. Never mind. They got rid of that.
Good night.